We just got out of seeing Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.3. What are your overall thoughts?
I enjoyed the movie.
I love this movie. I can't hold it in. I loved it.
There was a lot of nice scenes.
Yeah.
And,
We'll get into that in detail in a second.
Okay.
I just want to say overall that this movie, compared to the last movie we saw for Phase 5, we're in Phase 5, yes. With the last Marvel movie we saw, which was Quantumania, this movie was a breath of fresh air. So much better, right?
100%. Yes.
Like no competition.
None. Different. And it's not long because it touches all the details and it's not that long. I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Where do we start? I guess let's start with positives.
Okay.
I like how they handled all the characters.
Agree.
I feel like people will go into this thinking that not a lot of people, but I feel like a lot of the characters in this movie had like their own moment to shine.
Yes.
And just like, even if you haven't seen the past movies, get a read on their personalities and their dynamic, because this is like a team movie, so you get a read on their personalities, their dynamics, who meshes well with who, and it works.
Yes. And they give each character their own space so they could eat.
And like motivations.
Right. And so they could each shine on their own.
Yeah. Before I actually get into what the main plot of the movie is, because it's kind of leads to a spoiler, but like, I like how this team like does how they put the care into showing that they care for each other, like family,
Yes. Well, that's the whole idea.
Yeah, but I like how they did it. Like, you feel it.
Yeah, the purpose,
Yes.
what they came up with in order to show how they work as a team to save, like, they love each other like family.
Yes. A family that messes with each other a lot, but they still care. So I guess just like any other family.
Right.
But the main plot of the movie happens because one of the characters, Rocket, they get attacked by the new character, Adam Warlock, played by Will Poulter, who, can I say, I love him. I loved Adam Warlock in this movie.
Yeah.
That was the character's name.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they said it a lot, so
Yeah.
I loved him in this movie. I loved Will Poulter's performance. If I had to say like one of my complaints, which is mostly nitpick, but I wish he was in the movie more, because I loved every time he was on screen.
Right. But I guess they do it on purpose because later on
because they might use him more in later movies, but exactly. Like the way he was like just done in this movie made me wish he was in it more.
And that's how they introduce him to the new future,
Yeah. I'm just thinking like that one scene where he's like talking to like the other golden lady. I forget her name, but he's like, "I'm a warlock, mom." He's just like a petulant teenager or something. Like, It's so funny. It's...
All right.
Remember?
Yes.
He has like the pet, and he's like, "I'm a warlock, mom."
What do you want me to do? Right. Yes.
It's so funny. I love him.
I agree.
But yeah, but he's kind of like the bad guy, but then he becomes good at the end. That's a spoiler, kind of. I don't know. But yeah, that happened, and then the whole movie is them trying to save Rocket because he's like he has like prosthetic body parts, so they need to like go to a certain place to like get it replaced, or like
to get like
they say it overwritten.
Right.
Is what it was.
Right.
So they have to go on this whole quest, and on the way they reunite with the character Gamora, who isn't the actual one, but the one from, if you've seen Endgame, the past, that's now in the future, or present, but like, she's with the Ravengers now, and they do this whole thing with her and Chris Pratt's character, where they hint at like, maybe they'll get back together or something, I don't know, but they don't, and I'm fine with that. They were never a relationship I was super invested in, so...
Agree.
I wasn't that... Because here's the thing. The Guardians have never been like like I like them, but they were never my favorite thing about the MCU or Marvel. Like I thought the first movie was good. The second one was meh to me, but this one was really good to me. I liked it.
I liked it. I agree. I liked it. And then the movie is good. I mean, they kind of play the plot, but it doesn't get bored, you know. And then they start getting towards the end where they want to take you, you know, what they want you to know that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I also feel like this movie had a good mix of humor and like somber moments. Like when they wanted a serious moment to play out, they let it play out.
Right. And it was funny. I laughed a lot.
There were funny moments.
I laughed.
Yeah.
So usually,
like you genuinely laughed. You weren't
right.
like, oh, that was funny.
Right. Because usually in this kind of movies, you don't laugh. You know, they're kind of like adventurous.
No, well, the humor is more like witty or like sarcasm. Like you don't really. But this one, like, I genuinely laughed out loud like a lot of times. Like
Me
you?
too. I did too. I'm in love with the plant. What's his name? I'm sorry, I can't. I always forget.
Wait, what?
What's the tree? The tree.
Groot.
Groot.
You like Groot? Is he your favorite? My mom's favorite character is Groot, apparently. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like it. Right.
I also like that this movie didn't kill off any of the characters just to like have drama, because you can have characters move on and not show up in other installments because they just want to do something different in their lives. I feel like this movie is a good way to show that you can have characters just not come back because they want to pursue other things other than just dramatically kill them off, you know?
And you know, that's something I loved.
That no one died?
That no one
for the
died.
sake of drama?
Right. And even though we know it's because they want to move on.
Like real life, but in universe, it's also like they want to do different things.
Right.
And I like how they wrote that. Because not everything has to be like a dramatic death. Like a character can just retire or like want to do something else with their lives, you know?
And they did it really beautifully. You know, they gave it an end to each character.
Yes.
And then it also leaves it open
and
if they ever want them to come back.
Yeah, they come back.
Right.
It's good. And they also gave a character that went through like the most emotional development in this movie, which was Rocket, this new role of like leader.
Right.
Which I liked.
Because they did it like that way. They gave an end to each character and who's going to be heading now the next chapter, you know?
Yes, the next stage of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about one negative I have?
Okay.
The villain. Now, I don't...
Oh my God.
Now, you are supposed to hate him. I get that. But my God, his performance was like all over the place.
Yes.
Like he would just talk, like I don't know who said, like who, I don't even know where to start. It's like this guy, like he thinks being a villain just like speaking very softly and then screaming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Cause like he'll talk softly and in certain words out of nowhere he'll start screaming, and he does that for so many things. Like so many times he speaks, he does that all the time. Like every time he has dialogue, he'll say something a part softly, and then he'll scream a word or part of this sentence like loudly out of nowhere. And I guess that was the actor's way of showing the character was unhinged or like evil. I don't know, but it just happened so many times that it got like annoying. How about you?
Yeah, he was a villain. Like you have to have a villain in order for the movie. But
I mean, you need to dislike him, and you do dislike him because he's awful to animals and just living creatures and doesn't care.
Yeah, you do dislike him a lot. He hates animals. Yeah.
Well, he like abuses just
anybody.
He doesn't care about life. That's like the thing about High Evolutionary. That's a villain, by the way.
Yeah.
Played by, I don't know how to pronounce the actor's name, but I think he did. I mean, it was probably I don't know if it was like a directing thing or like he chose to do that, but like I don't know how I feel about that. You know, way of performing. You know, what did you think of it?
I agree with you.
You didn't like the random yelling and then doing.
I hated it. I hated that. Oh yeah, that's why I'm saying I agree, because he was like calm and then he would argue. He was calm and argue, so it was like what the.
Like, do you want to be like a methodical, quiet villain no one suspects, or the loud, hammy villain? Like, I don't know what you want to be. It's like you wanted to be both, but you can't.
And then he contradicts himself because he wants to create a society, and then at the same time he wants to end with everything.
feel like that's on purpose, like his hypocrisy.
Right.
You know, because he wants to make the perfect world, and then you see one of them, and it's like kind of like our world, like, you know, bad things still happening, like people selling drugs, or like, you know.
Right.
And then when he finds out about it, he's like, oh, just destroy it, who cares? And then he blows up the planet. It's like, oh my god.
Right.
Like he can't accept his own failures and hypocrisy, so he's like, just erase it, I'll do it again, who cares?
Right. Exactly.
But that also is to show how little he cares for life.
True.
It's like this egomaniac who's like, as long as I am right, I don't care what I have to do. You know?
Yep.
As long as I feel like I am in the right.
Right. I agree with you. I don't see any other negatives.
No, not really.
I enjoyed the movie. I may say I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the time. It wasn't that long. I mean,
there were like running gags, but they were fun running gags.
Exactly.
Like the one with like the one guy and the talking dog.
oh, I love the talking dog.
Cosmo.
Yes.
You like the talking? That who's also psychic.
Yes, and he has power. Yeah.
It's so fun. There was like this running gag where like the dog was offended that he called her like a bad dog, and she's trying to get him to take it back. But it's not like a super recurring gag. Like it's not like something that happens often that'd be like annoying. You know, like it's actually funny, and they do pay it off at the end where they do end up getting along. So that's nice.
I do agree with that.
And also there's a dog on the team now, so that's fun.
Yes. True.
We have
That was a spoiler.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a I'm gonna put spoilers so people will know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna say all the spoilers. No one dies, and there's a dog, and Adam Warlock joined the team,
Yeah.
and a child.
And a child.
That I don't remember the name of right now, but I think she has powers.
Yes. She does, because one of her eyes are purple.
Yeah, one of her eyes were glowing.
So I think she has powers, because she's from the group of the kids
She was
that
in
were
the group of kids that the High Evolutionary had in like, and somewhere in the port. I don't know.
Yeah, spoiler. A new team is coming.
Yeah, I feel like everyone saw that coming though. They
Yeah.
expected it.
Yeah. So, yes.
So your favorite character is a tree and a dog.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But yes, I do enjoy
Don't have
him.
shame. It's your favorites are who you like, you know.
I like him.
I like Adam Warlock. He's my favorite now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
Before that, I really liked Mantis. She was my favorite. I liked her in this movie, where like she seems calm and like she gets like upset. It's
Right.
funny.
I know, that was funny. I like it. I like what they did with the
I also liked her development, like her getting like a more sarcastic personality. Like that's fun.
yeah.
Did you have any closing thoughts before we rate it?
No?
No?
Let's go to the rating.
Okay, let's go rate. I'm going to rate this. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
I feel confident saying 9 out
Oh
of 10.
my god, you're really great.
Yeah, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 7 today. I liked it, but I'm
Give
gonna
it a 7.5. Like
Okay.
you're near 8, but you're not like sure.
Yes, I agree.
I give it a 9 out of 10 because if it wasn't for the inconsistency of the villain performance, I probably would have given it a 10 out of 10. But the villain was just like the way he was performed. I'm like, so I'm like. Also, the random music cues. We forgot to mention the music in this movie.
True.
It got kind of annoying how much it kept
Going back.
like it's like look at all the music we got the right to. We gotta use all of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I get Star-Lord saying it's like music, but like it kind of happened too much, you know.
Right.
I feel like save it for certain moments, like the hallway fight. There was a hallway fight where they play music over it. It was so good. That hallway fight was also good. Near the end of the movie.
Oh yes, that was good.
That hallway fight was so well shot.
Yeah. True. So okay, I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay, 7.5 out of 10, and I am. If it weren't for the villain and the music blaring, I'm going to give it now a 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 and 7.5 out of 10.
Right.
So pretty good ratings.
Amazing.
We both really enjoyed this.
Yes.
So yeah, that's all.
That's all.
Okay, that's it. That's
Yeah.
everything. This has been just some fangirl with our thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy Vol.3. If you also, by the time you're watching this, seen the movie, tell us what you thought about it in the comments below. What did you like? What didn't you like? Let's start a conversation maybe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. And we are out.